massive political realignment in Jammu and Kashmir. The BJP is trying to get numbers together. Will the BJP go with the PDP? BJP's Ram Madhav is expected to start talks with the PDP leadership. What is also being talked about is a chief minister by rotation. 3 years a BJP chief minister and 3 years a PDP chief minister. That is what is being talked about. That's what sources are telling headlines today. Sources had earlier said that back-channel negotiations had started between the BJP and the PDP and the BJP and the National Conference. Several scenarios that were being discussed. The BJP President Amit Shah said all options are on the table. The BJP has 25 MLAs. The NC, the National Conference, has 15. Together they'd need at least 4 more to reach the halfway mark. Before we move on, let's quickly listen in to the BJP President Amit Shah. Let's also listen in to Ram Madhav before we get you more on the story.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी जम्मू कश्मीर में एक विकास केंद्रित स्थायी सरकार बनाने के दिशा में क्या योगदान संभव है उस दिशा में विचार कर रही है। सभी विकल्प हम इस समय खोल के रखे हैं। सभी विकल्पों पर हमारा भी विचार चल रहा है। न केवल हमारा चल रहा है, आपने देखा कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बिना किसी के पूछे ही समर्थन घोषित कर दिया है। सब अपनी तरफ से प्रयास कर रहे हैं। पीडीपी कर रही होगी, एनसीपी कर रही होगी, तो सब लोग आगे की रणनीति के लिए विचार कर रहे हैं और हम भी कर रहे हैं।
सारे विकल्प खुले हैं। बीजेपी की सरकार बनाने का विकल्प भी खुला है, किसी को समर्थन देने का भी विकल्प खुला है और किसी की सरकार में शामिल होने का भी विकल्प खुला है। तीनों विकल्प खुले हैं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी बाकी की पार्टियां जो इनिशिएटिव लेगी इसके आधार पर निर्णय करेगी।
And let me get Sheshadri Chari for more on this. All options on the table. Would the BJP be more comfortable going with the PDP or the NC?
See, the BJP is very comfortable in going with a political party that can give stability to the state.
And who gives more stability?
So, obviously the combination of 25 plus 28 seems to be the biggest, but that does not rule out the possibility of any other combination. So, these combinations are to be worked out. What is more important is that the mandate of the people should be respected. So, any party which can guarantee stability and also development, carry on the development agenda, has to be worked out. And more importantly, that combination which can maintain the balance between the state and the center is also very important.
And also balance, Sudhanshu Mittal, Jammu and Kashmir, you would want a chief minister by rotation, 3 years each?
The history of Jammu Kashmir has seen both the experiments. 3 years each, it lasted. One party coalition with one leading for 6 years, it has lasted. So there are no examples to say, no, this is the only thing. What is critical is, there is a mandate for a party in the valley. There is a mandate for a party in the Jammu region. If supposing either of them is kept out of the government, then regional imbalance would be very stark. So when you look at the entire thing, I think a very pragmatic, a very workable and a very desirable kind of a solution must be found for the growth of Jammu. One last thing. My friend Mr. Kant had made us
I'll come to that in just a moment, but I want Rashmi Kant, to respond to what Sheshadri Chari said, that the best combination at this point of time is people's mandate, Kashmir is PDP, Jammu is BJP, I think the Congress is out of it.
The point that Mr. Sheshadri Chari made is that wherever you get the maximum numbers and get the stability is where you should form the government. Now let's look at 1977. The Janata Party came into power with a huge majority, but there was instability for 3 years. Mr. VP Singh came not with a huge majority, But the Janata Parivar came and there was instability for 2 years. To say that stability in society will remain because of the numbers that you have in the assembly is not correct. It is the social philosophy of the party which is government, which leads to which is in government, which leads to social cohesion. Because without social cohesion, you cannot have economic growth. I think that is the important
point. But the
point.
indication,
one example.
We have also seen Madhu Koda. We have also seen Madhu Koda experiment in Jharkhand.
Manisha Priya,
has not any result.
As the only woman, and with some claim to be an academic, this seems so sociologically and historically wrong. When people give their mandate, it is for them to decide why they give it. For what you call political instability, let me remind you that the slogans on the ground were Raja nahi fakir hai, desh ki takdeer hai. That is what they then wanted. That is what they got. After that, what happens? Something else. Now, you are referring to 1977. 1977 was a moment of euphoria.
Okay, but
1977 is a moment which is
2014.
No, so what I'm saying is let's not...
2014 was a moment of euphoria also.
It will be 2015 by the time the government will be formed. But
these are all democratic moments.
Numbers seem to favor PDP, BJP combined.
I want Manisha to reflect upon, especially if she's an academic, as she
yes, absolutely. Let's engage.
Reflect upon the combination of two parties, one of which has been totally rejected in one region, the other has been totally rejected in the other region. How can these two rejects get together to pretend that they have both been elected?
Sir, no, but then what is the other option?
The others have been rejected. The others have been rejected in all the regions.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
The other option is obvious from your figures. Can't you count 28 plus 12?
Okay, so for you,
the parties which have been rejected
PDP
in all the
plus
regions.
Congress.
And
the option is the party which has been rejected in all the regions. As I explained to you.
Government formation doesn't go only by arithmetic.
Yes.
To tell you very frankly, you strictly go by arithmetic. BJP, Congress and others, 40.
No, BJP.
But that is where the ideology doesn't match. But
therefore, ideology is important.
The BJP talking about
Chief Minister by rotation. Therefore, ideology
but for a moment,
is important.
Mr. Khan, I want to ask Manisha Priyam.
He said ideology. Both NC and PDP have done business with BJP.
And with the Congress.
And with the
ideology.
and with the Congress.
So what is best?
And the Congress has divided
and done business with both.
BJP.
No, but
your logic,
on the aspect of
correlation between the ideology of the Congress and
will not serve any purpose,
the
gentlemen.
ideology of BJP has changed so significantly, and the political narrative
all of us talking at the same time does not make sense. Manisha Priyam, I only want Manisha Priyam now to respond.
So significantly,
Chief Minister
the political narrative I was talking about.
PDP and
the political narrative I'm talking about.
Okay, Manisha Priyam.
Chief Minister
I'll give you some examples.
Just 1 second, sir.
Chief Minister by rotation is not a very good idea, given the fact that, as Manishankar has just articulated, this is called the impossibility theorem. If you have two parties with equal strengths, that's a kind of a parliamentary deadlock with terms of numbers. So you're trying to maneuver there and form a government. As it is, it's a very difficult situation. In this situation, both parties would like to be opposed to each other as far as possible. So you've got a house which is really like this, closed-fist.
But doesn't this then mean both Jammu and Kashmir are better represented, and perhaps there'll be justice for both Jammu and Kashmir?
Just a minute. Then this is then an obligation on both the parties that have come up with these large numbers to be able to figure out a government of this kind.
So now, a common minimum program.
If both of them seemingly keep going at each other for the Chief Minister's chair, one of them needs to step back. And the other point is that the BJP definitely, and Narendra Modi's campaign has made this huge pitch against the NC and against the PDP, saying, Baap Bete ki sarkar, Baap Beti ka corruption. The BJP then rightly, in line with its campaign pitch, take on the role of that ombudsman and see to it that whichever party is coming to power in Jammu and Kashmir now does not go the corruption route, ensure that development happens. Yes. And that seems, therefore, that somewhat BJP retain for itself the role of being the opponent within the government or outside. I mean, if they get into government, how do they ensure, that the coalition? No, Narendra Modi
opponent within the government to ensure stability and development.
Can I say something? I think I'm best placed to answer this.
Okay,
because the numbers are a paradox.
Quick 30-seconder. Sudhanshu Mittal, quick 30-seconder before I slip into a break.
That's what I said. I am best placed to answer this.
Numbers are a paradox.
The agenda is very clear. If we get into a government, we have a very clear agenda of of good governance, a corruption-free government.
How do you ensure that?
Allow me, ma'am. And the third is, it must be development-oriented. Now, when you say, how do you...
They'll put it under...
Can I say, sir?
Okay,
can I say...
a common
when you say how we will
point.
ensure, these things are ensured through political will. You see, if you are committed that, no, I will not allow corruption, and if that is going to be the order of the day, I will not accept it.
Okay.
You're going to fight it.
Okay.
So what's so difficult about fighting corruption? You have to have the will. They didn't have the will. We'll have the will. That's the only difference.
Okay, that remains to be said. Are we, of course, putting the cart before the horse at this stage? Because these are just initial talks that are happening. Siddharthnath Singh, I'm told, joins us on the other side of a short break. Siddharthnath Singh also with us. So sources have told headlines today that the BJP has initiated talks both with the NC and with the PDP. These are back-channel talks. Manishankar Ayyar here making the point, if there is a BJP-PDP government, it will be unstable. Why?
Because the two parties have got different regions to represent. The interests of these different regions, as expressed by them themselves, are contrary one to the other. They are both of equal strength virtually. Yeah. And the kind of language domestically that takes place inside Jammu and Kashmir makes them completely incompatible. So, for opportunistic reasons, they may be able to form a government, but to expect them to hang together for 6 years is to ask for the impossible.
Siddharthnath Singh, would you agree with Manishankar Ayyar? Should the BJP and PDP come together, it will be a very unstable government?
Well, I can't really say what's going to happen, but going on what Mr. Manishankar Ayyar ji has spoken, I don't think it should be so much of an impossibility, because if two regions are not represented by a particular party, then they together coming, they can do a better representation in governance. And secondly, I don't think Mr. Manishankar Ayyar should be having any qualms about certain parties coming together. I know that they fought tooth and nail with left in the UPA 1 and in West Bengal and many other states, but they together came, and it was for 5 years, well, let me say 4 years, the left supported UPA 1. So I don't think that should be any difficulty. But however said and done, I can't really say what's going to happen. Because the call will be taken somewhere else. But let me leave a point.
Yes, closing comments, because
let me leave an important point. Why you people are not thinking of something which is also possible under the umbrella of constitution, that is a minority government.
Yeah.
Okay. I have run out of time on this broadcast. I wanted closing comments from Manisha Priyam and my other guests, but we've run out of